Stanley Welsh, first been defeated by Heiner, then Royal Highness Prince Philip to the delivery. Mr. Dees of Switzerland, the referee, the two linesmen, Dr. Galber of Czechoslovakia, and Mr. Bakharamov of Russia. The ground in many places is soft, but the 1966 World Cup final is underway.
Dikakanyo dintle, good ideas. Dikakanyo dintle. British Home Championship revived. We know soccer, that most of us call football, is the biggest sport in the whole world, and in England, that's where it started in the 18th century. But England doesn't have a good history of winning cups. It has got the best league in the world. Apparently, the British Home Championship started in 1884 and ended in 1984. It was countries from Europe, from Britain specifically, England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland, which later became Northern Ireland, competing. It's the oldest international association of football in the world. But now it was started in 1984, and England doesn't have a good history of winning the World Cup. They only won the World Cup once, which I just shot in 1960s at Wembley Stadium, beating West Germany 4-2. And they've been to the Euro Championship and came second place in 2021. So they don't have a very good history of winning as a national team. Brazil has got the best history. They've won the World Cup 5 times, in 1958, 1962, 1970, 1991, and 2002. So, but the English Premiership is the best league in the whole world. If you play there, it's an honor because you'll be recognized internationally. They've got the FA Cup, which started in 1972, and it's watched internationally. Apparently, England became runners-up in 2020 and 2024. They've appeared 11 times in the Euro Nations Cup, and they did have top scorers like Harry Kane and Alan Shearer. Their biggest hit was 4-2 against Sweden in 2020. But they don't have a good history, so I think it's only fair that the British Home Championship returns, because that's where soccer started actually. And apparently, according to research, it was showed in some countries, not all the countries. It varied over the years and it was stopped. So I think this time you have to make sure that when it returns, it's shown in every country, because they have to get credit. They don't have a history of winning the World Cup. They only won it once, and it would be exciting for them to win it again, because it's actually where it started. They deserve the credit. But you know, God doesn't give you everything. Brazil league is always in the top 10, but it never goes past England. England is always at the top. It even beats the Spanish La Liga. So I think it would be a great day for the British Home Championship to return. At least England, people will notice it more nationally when it keeps winning those cups. That's just my opinion. I don't know what you think, but I think it's a great idea. Give credit where it's true. Don't give credit where it's not true. If somebody starts something, even if they don't become popular, someone else betters it, but they deserve credit. So I think it would be great for a British Home Championship to return. Now, if you play in England, even if you play in the lower league than the English Premier League, which is the English Football League, the EFL, you still get recognized internationally, because you might play in the FA Cup and the whole world is watching. That's just my opinion. What do you think? I think it's a great idea. And if they are playing in a regional tournament, they'll be playing only with the countries next to them. Like here in Africa, we've got the Africa Cup of Nations, where all countries can compete, qualify and compete, and we've got the more regional tournaments like the COSAFA for Southern African countries and the CACAF for the Eastern and Central African countries, and WAFU for the West African countries. I don't know much about the North, so I think it's only fair. They won it 54 times, 34 outright wins and 20 shared titles. They were the most successful in that tournament. It was actually an annual football competition contested between United Kingdom's 4 national teams, England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland. But now Ireland is even divided. So whichever island participates is still fine. And maybe if it returns, it will also give other nations in Europe an idea of having their own regional tournaments. But anyway, that's just my idea. If they are not there, they can make them. If they were once there and not there currently, they can revive them. That's just my opinion. I think it's a great idea. Give credit to each. I'm sure there was a good reason. They didn't just stop it for nothing. There was a good reason. But now it wasn't 1980, way back. So now they could have gone past all that. And as some reason, I find that there are other regional tournaments. The Baltic Cup between Latvia and Lithuania and Estonia, and Nordic, which teams like Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway. Celtic Cup has been proposed between Scotland, Wales, and Ireland. Balkan Cup between Bulgaria and Greece. Some tournaments are still active, some have been discontinued. So, but I think the British one has to be shown national, has been shown international. It has to be in every country, have the same attention as the World Cup has, because that's where soccer started. And always make people aware that's where soccer actually started. That's just my idea. I think it's a great idea. British Home Championship returns. Hashtag England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, Northern Ireland. We know 1966 is a long time ago, but the fact is they did win it. It's unlike if they have never won it. So let's give credit to where it's due. Give credit to the right people. Credit to the people who speak, and don't take credit that doesn't belong to you.
World Cup match in this series. Magnus for the Queen. It's only 12 inches high, solid gold, and it means England are the world champions.
It is a T20. So it is a T20, so it really doesn't matter, but I think it would be more fair if they make it 2 or 3 times. But anyway, God doesn't give you everything. You can specialize in the league, and I specialize in the national team. But that is the T20, and it is known, it's not hidden that day. That's where soccer actually started. They're even giving a perfect name for the British Home Championship. I was not even born by then, but I know about it because something huge like this doesn't just get easily written off. Dating 1984, when I was not even born.
Have you ever gonna start playing the video?
If Ireland United, it will be easier to return it.
Inside, ball for Hammond in the chase. And if he won it, and it must be, it is, it's all the right time.
Cross men, I get in between the goalkeeper Neville St. Paul and the defence and managed to head it into the back of the net.
Southall in trouble, and there's the equaliser.
We did get the
You
goal.
can see the title a long time ago.
Who's shouting and ball it on the right. It's not bad, and McGee's done it, and it's scored. 1-0 for Scotland. Well kept there by Woodcock. Superb run, and it's a brilliant goal by Woodcock.
That was brilliant indeed. They deserve to be given credit. They are the ones who started this. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion, because you don't give credit where you shouldn't go. Give it where it's rightful place. Praise the founders, don't praise the most successful.
For a young gentleman called Bobby Charlton, who scored an absolutely brilliant one when Bobby was playing his first game there. There with the England manager, Ron Greenwood.
That's where credit must go.
A fortnight on Wednesday. Kevin Keegan back as captain. Another chance for Terry Butcher to